Hello, and welcome to Wicked Wednesday with The Collective. Tonight we're going to read The Death of the Little Hen by the Brothers Grimm. For some time the little hen went with the little cock to the nut hill, and they agreed together that whichsoever of them found a kernel of a nut, they should share it with the other. Then the hen found a large nut, but said nothing about it, and intended to eat the kernel herself. The kernel, however, was so large that she could not swallow it, and it remained sticking in her throat, so that she was alarmed lest she should be choked. Then she cried, "Cock, I entreat you to run as fast as you can and fetch me some water, or I shall choke." The little cock did run as fast as he could to the well, and said, "Well, you are to give me some water. The little hen is lying on the nut hill, and she has swallowed a large nut and is choking." The well answered, "First run to the bride and get her to give you some red silk." The little cock ran to the bride and said, "Bride, you are to give me some red silk. I want to give red silk to the well, and the well is to give me some water, and I am to take the water to the little hen, who is lying on the nut hill, and has swallowed a great nut kernel and is choking with it." The bride answered, "First, run and bring me my veil that is caught on the willow branch." So the little cock ran to the willow, drew the veil from the branch, and took it to the bride. And the bride gave him some red silk for it, which he took to the well, who gave him some water for it. Then the little cock took the water to the hen, but when he got there, the hen had choked in the meantime, and she lay there dead, and did not move. Then the cock was so distressed that he cried aloud, and every animal came to lament the little hen. And 6 mice built a little carriage to carry her to her grave, and when the carriage was ready, they harnessed themselves to it, and the cock drove. On the way, however, they met the fox, who said, "Where are you going, little cock?" "I'm going to bury my little hen." "May I drive you?" "Yes, but seat yourself at the back of the carriage, for in the front my little horses could not drag you." Then the fox seated himself at the back, and after that the wolf, the bear, the stag, the lion, and all the beasts of the forest did the same. Then the journey went onward, and they reached a brook. "How are we to cross over?" asked the little cock. A straw was lying by the brook, and it was said, "I will lay myself straight across, and then you can drive over me." But when the 6 mice came to the bridge, the straw slipped and fell into the water, and the 6 mice also fell in, and were drowned. Then they were again in difficulty, and a coal came and said, "I am large enough. I will lay myself across, and you shall drive over me." So the coal also laid itself across the water, but unhappily just touched it a little bit, at which the coal hissed, was extinguished, and died. When a stone saw that, it took pity on the little cock, wished to help him, and laid itself over the water. Then the cock drew the carriage himself, but when he got it over, and reached the shore with the dead hen, and was about to draw over the others who were sitting behind as well, there were too many of them. The carriage ran back, and they all fell into the water together, and were drowned. Then the little cock was left alone with the dead hen. He dug a grave for her, and laid her in it, and made a mound above it, on which he sat down and fretted until he died too, and then everything was dead.